We are live. Why do I say that every time? I'm such a child because it says you're live, and then I have to go, you're live. Okay, howdy, making the table shake, and I'm not even in California. How are we? Happy, happy, happy New Year. I've been writing songs and singing songs, my own little songs. You do that? I do that. We need New Year songs. All your musicians out there, come on, get on that. You need a good New Year's song. I mean, that's not like Auld Lang Syne. Like such a dirge. Okay, why am I talking about New Year songs? Because it's Happy Half New Year today. Oh, I can't see your chat. Hang on. There we go. No, is that it? No, that's it. Okay. It's Happy Half New Year. So today is July 1st, and that is the first day of the second half of the year. Ding. So we're celebrating. And how are we celebrating? I'm vamping. I'm like, where are all y'all? So it is the first day of the second half, and it's also Canada Day, which is sort of serendipitous that those go together. So I'm just going to plow on ahead and talk about Happy Half New Year. So we came up with this concept, I want to say last year. Hooray, there you come. I was so lonely for a moment there. Hey, that's nice to see you all. And I can kind of say your names now because this is how we roll. So yeah, happy New Year, right? Happy Half New Year. Half New Year. So woo! And we celebrated it last night, right? That was so awesome in Finished, which is our mastermind for screenwriters writing screenplays. So we are typically readers, but we also now have a new course mastermind called Finished. And so people are finishing their screenplays. And I was thinking about all y'all that are in Finished, if you watch this. And just, you know, that there are new stories in the world now because of what we did in there. And it's so, there's something like so cool about that. Like that's just, oh, it's just so great. Like it's, I don't know. That's gonna be when, you know, I'll be 90, no, 120, and I'll be like, you know, because by then there'll be tons, like thousands of news stories. Yay, Doug's here. Hooray. How you feeling, buddy? He's here. Yippee. So glad you're here. So it's just so cool that we are getting together, and not only, you know, those of you that write screenplays, we're writing screenplays, but we're also helping other people write screenplays. We are the usherers. We are the troops that are bringing stories forward into this world. Yay, I'm so glad. There he is. So how cool is that, right? And I never really, even in all the years of reading, I was just so, I love the process, but I never really thought about, I never stepped back. And that's one of the things that we try and train people to do more often is, I was very guilty of never stepping back and going, look what we did. Look how cool this is. Like, I was just so, you know, focused on moving forward. And I think it kind of led to some unhappy times sometimes, or getting overwhelmed or getting overworked. And I think that's part of it, is like, to stand for a second, just a second even, and go, wow, look what we did. That's so cool. There's new stories. So I really love that about, so if it says that, so I'm thinking that, hey, Susan, I don't know who that, is it my Susan? So I have a lot of Susan, like I have many good friends and my mother that are all named Susan. So yeah, how cool is that, right? It's a really good thing to celebrate and think about. And so we came up with the Happy Half New Year idea because it was like, how can we inspire people, you know, halfway through the year, and in usual times when, you know, the year's halfway over, we've long forgotten about the New Year's resolutions that we put together in 2020, you know, at the beginning of the year. I want to say in 2020, but every year we're kind of like, we forget about those New Year's resolutions or whatever it is that you use to start your new year. And I love that energy of the new year. It's new beginnings and fresh start and all of that. And this year in particular, probably most likely what we had in place that we thought we were going to do, perchance has changed a tad. So it's like this year, you know, even more, it's like there's even more things that we can do, and we can really focus on the fact that if you're here watching this right now, 100% survival rate. Like you've made it through some pretty tough times. And so being able to say, oh, look, we're here and, there's things that we can do. How can we shake the blanket? How can we, take the things that we're learning throughout all the things that are happening this year? How can we move forward with them to be the best human full of the most love that we can possibly be? Like, if we could just start from there, like that's ushering in stories. That's like listening to each other. That's the job of a reader, always looking, like, and all of that is just, it's such a great way to celebrate the new year and the happy half new year. And so I'm spread the love, man, spread the happy half new year thing to as many people as you can. I would love it if that took off, because to me, it's such a cool thing. And it can kind of help everybody sort of heave-ho through that middle, through the middle of Act 2, right? When you're like, it gets difficult. It's like, let's shake the blanket. Let's get that New Year spirit, and let's get the second half of the year going in a way that is the happy half New Year. And we had a really great time. Champagne was involved, like celebrating yesterday in our Finnish class. And so I'm really proud of all of you that, have just done so much. And coming up with wonderful ideas. I love that. I'm sorry, I can't see your name. You have to click on facebook.com/StreamYard and then give it permission to let me see your name. But yeah, wonderful idea to re-energize, right? I think it's important and I think it's super cool and it's been really, really fun. Spread the love. I think we need to do more of that, right? So I'm super, super excited about it. So we thought today would be a good day on Happy Half New Year to talk about masterminds. Because masterminds, this is somewhat of a mastermind. I mean, it's not quite a mastermind because, I see your chat, so that makes it a little bit of a mastermind, but mastermind is usually a little more give and take. But within a mastermind, you can get a group of people together and you can form a mastermind and then you can help each other. And I'm in several masterminds, and some are small and amazing and some are big and amazing. And sometimes I've started a few masterminds that have fizzled out. Like sometimes the energy and the chemistry doesn't quite stick, so you have to just keep trying. And there's lots of different kinds of masterminds. You can start a mastermind where you're not necessarily, some people go, well, who am I to do that? But everyone needs community. I mean, think back in your life where to the successful or not even successful, but the times in your life that had meaning, who was involved in that? That, we sort of naturally form community. And you think about teams you were on, and, if you were in band, or if you had a band, or if you were, on the debate team, or any kind of teamwork, anything like that. If you're a performer, that's what we have mostly here. And you're like, yay, happy New Year. And you're in a show, like every show. I remember really suddenly realizing, which is really dating myself with this, but realizing as a dancer, and I was doing touring companies, right? And so we were often all from all different places. And when the tour would end, it would be like, I'm never going to see, I'll probably never talk to this person again, because it was before social media. Now it's even better, because now you can go do a show and you can still stay connected. Like back then it was a big effort to stay connected. So to show your name, there should be a little thing right at the top of the post that says click on StreamYard, and it will just ask you, and then you just fill it in. Or it's facebook.com/StreamYard, and then you can tell it to say, yes, I want to see my name on the screen. Yes, I do. So this idea of forming a community, that's what Hollywood Gatekeepers is, and this Facebook group is somewhat of a mastermind, and this community, right? Everybody posts such great things and we get to share all of this. It's really important. And if you're struggling, especially right now, and people are polar and there's a lot of negative energy happening. If you can find a time to just get online, come to Homeroom for one thing. Like I'm really double downing on Homeroom today. I did it on Instagram too. It's like Homeroom has become it's so great. Homeroom has become this place of us getting together. We do it every single, do you see me? Every single day we meet in Homeroom, which is hollywoodgatekeepers.net/homeroom. And we meet, it's free. You can just join us. We only meet for 20 minutes. The first couple of minutes and last couple of minutes, we just put in the chat what we're working on. And we just stick in the chat what we're working on. And then we work quietly. I put a timer on for 15 minutes. We all work for 15 minutes. And then we find some goofy song that relates to something that someone said or whatever. And then we play the song and we unmute and we all go hi. We do it on Zoom, and we do high fives and good lucks and whatever, depending on what people put in the chat. So it's like really, it's really important and really cool. And it's becoming where there's this energy that's been happening where now we're sort of getting to know each other, even though we don't really talk to each other. It's only like a minute, like literally like 2 minutes in the beginning and 2 minutes at the end. I mean, literally, like there's a timer involved. So it's like, and then we, you know what, like I know what people are working on. I've watched people finish projects because every day they're updating. Today they pick a project and that's what they work on. They're like, I know that Pippa colors and I love that. So she brings her coloring book and she uses that time. A lot of people, I know Deb was using that time to journal and eat raspberries. Like, I mean, we get like today, Ed had a voiceover audition he was going to work on. It's like, we get to know what we're working on. It's so cool. So I highly, highly recommend that you come into Homeroom. I would love Homeroom to just get a ton of people in there because it's really fun and it's free and it's every single day at 8:30 in the morning. And Homeroom really is the best. Clicking didn't work. Is that still you? Is that you, Marta? I think it might be you. But it is a really good way just to start your day. We do it at 8:30 in the morning, California time, 9:30. I always get Mountain and Central mixed up. I think it's 9:30 Mountain, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. And so we just pop in there for 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. You can do 20 minutes. Even if you spent that 20 minutes, and often people do, Mondays, I do that Map Out Monday it's like you spend that 20 minutes figuring out what the heck you're going to do. It goes like that. And it's getting people started for their day. There's a community involved. Like I said, we're starting to get to know each other. That's not even a mastermind in terms. We're not even sharing ideas. It doesn't take, you don't have to talk about it all. It doesn't have to be a big life thing. It's like, no, getting together and working in quiet for 20 minutes. Like it's life-changing. So I highly, 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 highly recommend. Yeah. So you got to come in. Yeah. It's smart. It kind of knows you. So good. Like I'm starting to like get this. Yeah. So definitely, Anna, you would love Homeroom. You'd be fit right in. So masterminds are really important. And then I also think that, as you meet people here in Gatekeepers, you can just put a post and say, is anybody interested in something and you want to do a mastermind about it, in terms of keep it reader related or screenplay related. So that it's about you getting your screenplay. I know that Joy's been posting and she's been doing sessions where everybody gets together and just writes together on the weekends. These are the ways that you get stuff done. This is the way that it's really pretty. Yay, you made it. It's really pretty simple, really. We think that we have to, I want to write my screenplay, or I want to finish the screen reader course, or whatever you want to do. I'm trying to make my movie and I need to go off in a cabin and write somewhere or whatever. It's like, no, you don't. You need to sit down and write for 15 minutes every day and you will get there. And I'm watching people do it. So it's definitely possible. So, and I also, next week at this time, we're also going to be pushing, we have letting you know about a mastermind that we have called Finished, where we put what I've been talking about, where we finish screenplays. And so we're opening that up to new people. We do that every so often, and we're doing it right now as part of Happy New Year celebration this month. So next week I will have links for you and you can join in. You can just jump into the new mastermind if you want to finish your screenplay and join us in there, and we'll give you all the information about that next week. And it's been really amazing. And that's where I was today, kind of marveling at how, wow, there's new stories out there because of the mastermind and because of it comes with a course as well. So it's a mastermind, and then we have a screenwriting course that goes with it. And so that's another product that we basically created because so many people in the reader program wanted to start writing their own screenplay, or they wanted to go through the process. And this is really good if you're a reader, to go through the process of writing a screenplay so they could really understand what a writer goes through. So it's really, really, really cool. Yeah, it is. Homeroom was a surprise. Homeroom we basically put into place to help with people get on a routine because of COVID. And it's become something so much more than that. It's just become this amazing community. And I love how much you get people's style based on 15 minutes. It's kind of amazing, but definitely join us in there. And Finished is a similar thing on a much bigger level, because we actually in Finished, in the mastermind, we get together and we, as people finish their screenplays, we give feedback. It's like we talk about a topic and then we refer back to each other's work. And it's just really, 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 really cool. Yeah, right? I think this is really good comment. You're so smart. such a smarty. People do think they need to get into the zone, or there's also, there's these like romanticized versions of the writer in the cabin drinking whiskey. It's like we get to this thing of like, oh, it has to be so perfect. And yeah, no, you just need to get it done. And so within our finished course, we actually, one of the things that we also are including is we have, through these masterminds and through what I've learned from being coached and coaching others, is this idea that you really need to look. That's what we do as readers. We are constantly looking, right? We're looking for the project. We're looking for the hidden gem in a project. We're constantly looking for things that can make a screenplay better. That's what we do in our lives. You want to be looking for the thing. You want to be looking at your health before you get sick. You want to be looking at your bank account before you're broke. It's like the power of looking at things and the power of looking at your schedule and being like, looking at your tasks and really deciding, do I need to do that or not? Like that idea, there's so much power in that. And that came about like when I was coaching with Rick Mulready, who's awesome. If you want to know online businesses and or Facebook, he's a Facebook expert, but he's gone into coaching. And he said, if you are afraid to look at your numbers in your bank account, or in our case in the business, if you're not like following and looking at your numbers of what's happening, how many people you have, all of that, then you're telling the world, the universe, yourself that you're not ready to grow. If I don't look, you're just telling, you're kind of telling yourself, if I don't look at my health and I don't take care and look at what I'm eating and putting in my mouth, I'm saying to myself that that's not important. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter. It does. Give yourself some love. Take a deep breath and like give your body love and give yourself food that fuels you and is good for you. And all of that, the more that you look, the better it is. And so we've taken that whole concept and created an entire productivity thing that's going to be in the finished course to help you look at what can you do on a daily basis that's not that complicated. Like homeroom is such a good example. It doesn't have to be a big like push. It's these little, it's the teaspoon approach. It's these little, every teaspoon, every inch of a change that you make ends up in something spectacular. And I'm seeing that happen with people that are driving through and making little changes and finishing their screenplays. And it's really, really, really cool. Yeah, you can be great in there, Anna. And yeah, and then we're building, as Doug said, that's later, but momentum is the next step. Once you finish your screenplay, then we want to help you with what do you do with it? What do you do? Yeah, just you have to pay attention to things like your health. Talking to you, sir. He's going to be preaching about that later. He's going to have a whole coaching system. We could do a whole coaching system on the experience that he has had recently. And so it is like you need to pay attention to that. And sometimes it's a hard one lesson. And I think we all have those lessons, every once in a while. And actually, just serendipitously, I twisted my ankle pretty hard. Like I did a good job on it. But I've also noticed I was really diligent about putting it up and icing it and taking really good care of it. And it's healing so much faster than when I just go, knock it off, like I've done when I was younger. I'd be like, oh, it's fine. But when I actually like sat down and went, oh no, I can't limp on this leg for weeks. I want this done. So, and my body's responding. So it is like really, 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 he says from the hospital. He's such a trooper though, right? Like he's healing right now as we speak. And we like coach each other on this all the time. And so it is like, these are the lessons that we want to learn in terms of how can we continuously look at the things that are going to be holding us back, whether it's our health or whether it's that we're in a hospital. You got this, man. We're with you. Yeah, everybody send Doug some happy half New Year to his foot, both feet. So he's healing. I don't know. We both seem to have feet problems. What's up with that? So I could go on a whole thing about that. But it is that idea of, looking at the things that you need to make, shifts that you need to make in order to create momentum forward. And that's what Masterminds are about. So there is a handout actually today, and it is at, hang on, let's see if I can find it. Do we have it? I did it last week. I did. Here you go. So this is at the handout. If somebody wants to grab that maybe and write it in the chat, that would be swell. Let's see. Is Joy here? Where's Joy? yeah, when you're actually seeing the changes happening, like productivity, new ideas, and forward momentum, even from a hospital bed. It's so true. It really is. And, you know, sometimes your body goes, whoa, I'm going to make you slow down so that you can speed up, you know, and the idea of slowing down, you know, what got you here won't get you there. You need to like slow down, take a gander sometimes, look at how things are going, and then you'll be able, you know, you can build some momentum that way. So, we have a handout about masterminds. So in the handout, it gives you sort of an overview of different types of masterminds that you can form. I'm in many different types. So I have working, Evan Pagan is my coach now. And in Rick Mulready's mastermind, there were 15 of us. And Evan's, there's like over 40 people, but he's already segmented it into different things that everyone's working on. And then within that, there's a whole group of master coaches that are working on coaching people. So it ends up morphing into other things, but it's just been, it's so interesting for a group of people that I didn't know anybody when I started it. Now I'm developing some really great friendships. And so for people, one of them is going to come into Screenwriters tomorrow. So you start meeting all these people that have these different experiences, and it provides a perspective, you know, it provides a way for you to really understand your next steps. So really highly recommend that. You can form them within the Gatekeepers group. You can find, you know, think about the times in your life when you've had a team that has helped you. You can do that. Now people too are so much more eager and willing to go online and learn things. So that's definitely something that you can do. So check that out. Check out that handout at hollywoodgatekeepers.net/write. Come to homeroom, hollywoodgatekeepers.net/homeroom. We make it pretty simple around here. And then definitely be here next week because we will show you everything that has to do with finished. So it's going to be really fun. We're going to have so much fun. So happy New Year. Yes, we're all cheering on Doug. You're going to get better, man. It's all good. And your body is saying, slow down, let's heal, we got this. And then you'll be able to pick it up even better as we move forward into the second half of 2020. We survived the first half. If you're here watching right now at this moment, whenever you're watching, kudos to you. You made it this far. Let's shake the blanket. Shake the blanket? What's a blanket? Shake the blanket, reset, regroup, put our whatever it might be that we need in place, and let's make the second half of this year just spectacular. Cool? All right, happy. Half New Year. Link's not working. Perfect. Hang on. hollywoodgatekeepers.net/write. Did I put it in there? What happens when it should take you to a place where you need to enter your name and email. And we do that so that we can follow along and see which handouts you like the best. Gatekeepers. Yeah, it's right. So let us know. I'll check the chat later and I'll put it in there again in the chat. I can't put it in the chat from here. So within StreamYard. So we will put it in the chat. Somebody wants to try it in the chat. I don't see it in there. I'll definitely check and just throw it in there for you. So that will give you, and then when you look, anytime we have handouts and then you enter your name and email, it takes you to a page full of handouts, and it takes you to our past sessions. So you can look at different topics and watch different videos, and it takes you to a whole place of all kinds of trainings. So definitely whenever we throw up one of these links, it's all free information, free trainings. You can dive in, find the topic that you need, want to peruse, and check it out. All right, and we will see you next week, same bat channel, same time. Dated myself with that reference too. And we'll talk about and let you know all about the finished mastermind. You guys are the best. Have a good week. All right, we will talk to you soon. Yay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year song, musicians. I'm counting on you. Go right. Talk to you soon.